Hi everyone. Okay, so I am back and I'm doing the Aries star sign reading or horoscope reading for the week of, this week is Monday the 15th of July through to the 21st of July, which is a Sunday. Now, it's gone all quiet. Okay, so, and it may be feeling like that for some of you after a really quite a hectic week and actually quite a hectic couple of months, so. And it's just giving me this peaceful feeling, so I'm just going to go with that for now. And while I'm in that peaceful feeling, I'm going to just do my little blurb. And for those of you who are new to this, or to watching my videos, these are general readings for different star signs, and I'm doing the star sign of Aries. So Mondays is my Aries, Taurus, and Gemini that I'll be doing the weekly reads. However, I'm going away next week, so I will be doing them on next week on Monday or Sunday, Monday, and going through to Wednesday for the month, because I'm away for about a month doing overseas with my family. Okay, so, and I will pick that up and when I get back, okay, next month. So anyway, so what I have done, I'm going to be using these cards today. These are the rainbow essences of Aotearoa cards. That they're actually essences that go with these cards, but and they're linked to the sacred web cards that are created to help choose a medicine or an essence made in a homeopathic way for people. So I haven't used these cards for a bit, but they've just come and jumped out at me and wanting me to use them. So my interpretation will not be exactly what's in the book, but it'll be pretty close to it. So I'm not going to read from the book. I'm just going to give what comes to me and feel my way through it. Okay, so anyway. So, I don't use tarot cards, okay, so I use oracle cards and whatever's drawn to me, like with the oracle cards, and I have my own cards that Spirit have given me messages to pass on to others through the years, and they've just got me to, write them down and use them in a card format. So, and I'm going to be using the playing cards, the ordinary playing cards as well, so these tools are, just what Spirit bought for me today to use with you. So, also so I'm an intuitive. So this might be happening to you. You might be a little bit doolally lately, but not really knowing what's going on or what's happening with around you. Okay, so and there's just this really nice, relaxed, peaceful energy, and that's sort of just like go with the flow with that. Okay. So, as I was going into stilling myself and going into a quick meditation what I go come on here to connect with the energy of Aries, I ask about, what the energy of Aries most needs to know right now to do with health, wealth, love, and destiny. So, I'm not sure exactly what's going to come up, so I'll just go with it, and hopefully you can understand what is going on with you. So, which is, by the way, if you don't know what Spirit are talking about in this one, and it doesn't resonate with you, don't try and make it fit. Just take what resonates with you and leave what does not. Okay. Now these, even though I've said these dates, like the date is that for this reading is from Monday, the 15th of July to the 21st. On saying that, this might be, so for some of you, it might have occurred last week or last month, and you may just be able to understand it now, so it may help you understand what was going on back then. And for some of you may actually be in it right now, and another group of you may be still coming, just moving into that. So it's just kind of giving you a little bit of preparation as to what you might be able to do to help yourself, or give you a better understanding of what might be going on for you. Anyway, so as I was dealing, shuffling the cards, and I was shuffling these playing cards first, and what fell out is like 10 of spades and a 10 of clubs and a 3 of hearts. So which I find really interesting. So 10s for me is something that's come to a completion. So Spades is around about is working through some problems or difficulties that you might be going through. So, or going through, and I feel like some of it might have for you is to do, to do with work or career, or work actually, and moving, or looking at wanting to move into a new career. So, and I feel like for some of you that this might have been going on for quite some time, and over the last couple of months, and even like going back as like last year, I feel like some of you have kind of like made up your mind. It's like, okay, I'm ready to make a move or change. And some of you, and those of you who do that, it's like taken a little while, but there's a process, and you followed the process. And like now, I feel like you're more in that a lot of you have come to this stage of that part of that process, and like you've come to that completion side of it where you're ready to like, okay, like move more into, making that decision of cutting ties with it. Because I got the word severance, okay? So some of it's, obviously severing, and some of you, it has got to do with work, like as severance pay, so it's what I got from that. So severance usually denotes to something like that. But also there's the severance in the sense that, when we cut ties with, with certain people or elements of our life. When I say elements, it's not talking about people or energies, and belief systems in our life. And the severance, like the payoff from that is that you will feel a lot better in yourself. So it's in a way the universe is, because you've like worked on yourself, the universe is giving you back to you, but it's actually you giving you back to you because you've made some decisions, your freedom, basically, your freedom of choice, and you're taking your power back or change, and to be able to make another choice to where you want to go, somewhere where you want to go. And I'm just really hearing the word want. It's like somewhere where you would prefer to go, okay? And I'm wanting to cut out want, because in the word want, there is an energy of lack. And I never really thought about that, a little while. It wasn't until somebody had pointed it out to me the other day, and I thought, you know what, that makes sense. So I looked it up in the dictionary, and actually there is a part in the dictionary, or one part of the meaning of want is lack. So it's kind of like looking at that. If it doesn't feel right, look in the dictionary, and then you look in some of the older dictionaries to the newer ones. There's a different interpretation of the word, and it's a little bit more expansive in some ways, but if you look in the old one, I've found myself with looking at old words in the older dictionaries that there is a different energy about the meaning of the words. So have a look at that and just compare it. And that's why I've just changed it, and the word, and not using the word want, because quite often when we do use the word want, it's like, okay, we desire something, but there's an attachment to lack to it. So I've started changing using the word want, actually, for certain things, especially when I'm manifesting, and being mindful about what energy I'm putting behind the word want. Okay, so that's just an FYI for you. So, gosh, I'm feeling really hot. So there's a bit of energy that's around in here that's making me warm, and that is nice because I haven't got my heater on. So anyway, but there's a bit of that's going on. Okay, and some of you, that's what they're going with that. Maybe your temperatures may be going a little bit up and down, increasing, decreasing. Some of you, yes, it might be the hormonal thing, but just, and some of you, it is just your energy changing, and different energy is coming around you. Like sometimes when spirit come around me, I can feel quite warm. So some of you may be feeling a temperature change in your body. And when we're moving, like, okay, where are we going with that? And sometimes when we're moving through things, our body is moving as well. They're all in all different ways. Okay, so some of you may be feeling like your temperature gauge may be a little bit out of balance, okay, through all this processing. And they're also talking about some of you have like the way that you're interpreting things now is a little bit different. So they're talking about, your temper is not as tempered is what it used to be, and you're probably feeling, oh my god, I'm normally a little bit more crankier than what I am now, and I'm feeling like whatever is going on around me, I'm normally like they're saying, I'm normally like, you might be thinking, oh gosh, I'm normally more crankier than this, and I'm feeling like more at peace, and that's because you're doing a lot more. You've done a lot more on yourself, and you're starting to look at yourself more. But also, it's been backed up with this feeling of, with the Cancerian energy too. And for a lot of us, at the moment, it's bringing through a lot of its positivity. The positive side of Cancer. But on saying that, there's some of us at some, you may be also going through that hibernation or withdrawing back. And that's okay, but not staying there for too long. Okay. So there's there's lots of different elements to every star sign. So, but at the moment, it's like drawing in on the more positive side of it. And with the solar eclipse and the solar blast, it's kind of intensified things and bringing in the optimistic side of it. So, which is heightening the positive side. So really tune in or channel into the positive side of things as well to help you through whatever it is that you're going through. So a lot of you must have been doing that. So for me, Spades is about, like I say, I'm studying like digging at all like problems and stuff and difficulties, and it tells about and you've been working through a lot of solutions and problems. That's basically what that's all I'm getting from that one. Okay. And like big digging up stuff. This because Spade digging up stuff. So you've been working through it, mulling through it, and the clubs is about work. So that's kind of like for me about you've been doing the hard work. You're going the hard yards, but it's also there's a spin-off that goes around, and what I'm picking up on is like to do with actual work, your workplace. There's been some transformative energies and times that have gone through there, and you've gone, and it's like, okay, I'm ready to make my move now more so than ever to move into where it is that you would prefer to go. Okay, what is going on with your energy that feels right for you? And then there's Three of Hearts. Okay, so it's not necessarily just about, it's not so much just about love, but I feel like this, hearts there's a two-way thing. It is about love, but it's about loving yourself enough to find the balance. So threes for me is about balance, basically balancing our energy, our energy. And sometimes when we go into this change in this full energy, we can have, like with this full moon that's come full moon, new moon energy that's coming, because we'll be coming into a full moon soon. So there's that whole processing side of it. So it's like with this Three of Hearts, bring in the love, definitely, but use the love to help you find the balance, okay, to bring balance about whatever it is that you're moving through, okay? So, and then for some of you, like, because everything, so, okay, so I'm just looking at when I'm, tying it all together. So there's an element that, when we work through our things, it means we have a better health. Okay. So it's when we're working through these things, it's about watching what we're putting in our body as well. So making sure that you're drinking, lots of water or as much liquid as you can, especially water would be cold. And you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be cold water or cold water. If you prefer warm water or hot water, then that's what you drink. So whatever is comfortable for you. But I would say at the moment, I'm saying not cold water because it's winterish, warmish. So drink stuff that's going to lift you and warm your heart, basically, to get you through all this. For those of you that are not, are still coming up to your 10, a lot of you are in the 9s, okay, as in moving in. Some of you are in the 8, so you've got a little bit of way to go because you've been a little bit resistant, and that's okay. You are where you are. That's all, and that's all there is to it. But the thing is to just keep moving. And excuse me, but yeah, okay, with me with belching and that sort of thing. I haven't belched all day, but it's kind of like, some of you, it's not sitting right in here, okay? So it's like, and that's okay. That's all part of the process. It's about finding the balance, okay? Okay, that's where they're going. So when we're going through this, moving into our 9 and going into the 10 side of things, of the ending of a process, it's like it can be a little bit bumpy, the road. And I know from my own experiences and having seen others go through it, it can be a bit bumpy and just, going through that last bit. But once you're through there, it's just so empowering. It's like, yep, you know, so you can get going there. So keep going, feel into it, and once and for all, let that part of whatever it is that you're processing go. And sometimes you don't even know what it is, but just go with it. And the penny will drop maybe a day or so later, or when you go into the next one. But it's like, if you're feeling like you've freed it up, geez, let it go. And if you might even get a word, and that's the word, just write it down. Good thing too, like writing it down, write some notes down, keep a diary. And you don't have to write, heaps down, but if you feel like you want to, yeah, write it down. But it's just little notes so you can timeline where you've come from to where you've been, from where you've been to where you, come from where you've been. Oh God, my words are getting old. There's just so much to get out. From where you've been, from whence you've come to where you are now. There, go. Thank you. I've got a lot of old energy that's coming from, from way back. That's coming through. They're wanting to talk in corridor about, the movement forward for all of us, And okay, so you may be hearing me say all of us, and I just thought while I'm at it, while that's come up, I'm actually a Gemini, but when I'm doing this work, sometimes I talk as if I am the star sign, in the star sign, as if I were like an Aries at this point. So that's why I'm saying we. Okay. And then I might jump back into Gemini, but mainly we, Aries at the moment. Okay. So I'm just feeling like really relaxed because I just, feel like you've gone through, done all the hard yards. You've done all the work. You've sorted through some, problems and some difficulties of the past, well, that's brought up of the near past, the recent past, but which has kind of like been linked to some of the distant past, but you've worked through it, is what Spirit is saying. So give yourself, a break. Okay, give yourself a break and just go into that place of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, and embrace it. Cool. Okay, so anyway, I've just been drawn to shuffle these cards. Okay. Oh, okay, there's two cards there. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I did give these a shuffle, by the way. Quite a good shuffle earlier on, just before we started. So this one here is charity, okay? And yes, it is a cow. So the word, when I say the word charity, is more for me about, and 33. So that's 33. I've just been drawn to that. So charity is more about being charitable to yourself. Don't beat yourself up and not giving too much of your energy away to others. Okay, so that's the other thing about, health and wealth as well, because sometimes we give things away to others in the family or to our energy, okay, as part of our health, okay. And so they're really more focusing on that, but everything ties in with the destiny and the love at the same time because it can be crossed over. So whether you're wasting your time or when I say wasting, you're overusing your energy where you could be putting it somewhere else or into something else, and whether it's a love relationship or a work relationship, people at work, or it's a family one, okay. So they're just saying reserve your energy for what really matters, okay, and have a wee think about that. So being charitable to yourself. It's also about the money side of things, and not just the energy exchange is an energy exchange, because you'll start to find more balance when you hold some for yourself. And yeah, because it's got 33 there, so there's 2 3s. So to me that's really like you've super been, maybe some of you have super been giving away too much energy to the thoughts in your head as well, and using it and creating like, oh okay, they're using fear bombs, and like when they say bomb and I hear the fear bomb, it's like expanding it out way further than it need to be. So they're just saying with bringing your energy into yourself, okay, now as you move into this transformative stage, but also using the power of joy, okay, to come into your life, to allow yourself. Now I'm just getting my bag because I have this beautiful oil that is joy, okay? And it's a blend of oils now, and it's about calm and patience too. So a beautiful friend of mine makes these oils, and I put some on earlier because I just felt like lifting my energy, and I'm just going to put some on now, and so feel into it. And it's just like, put my hands out there for you. Okay, actually I will give it a bit of a read, because it seems quite pertinent at the moment. So, and that's for everybody, like joy, using, when we look at joy to help us move forward into things. So, okay. Okay, okay. I thought I had something. Okay, I didn't actually. It's joy anyway. I'm just thinking, okay, there it is. The oils that are used in here are bergamot, geranium, and lavender. So imagine those smells blended together. Just amazing. Okay. Anyway, so, and I just want to draw one more card. So, yes, okay, and joy. Yeah, see, look, 339 with joy as well. So it's a balancing that energy again and keeping it balanced. So, and when we're going in there, it's about, really, really feeling into it. And the number 939. So that is coming into, completion, basically. So, of something that you've actually been processing, or the ending of something for a lot of you. So, and like I say, some of you are already there. You're in this process now. So, going in, some of you are coming up to it and, into that completion. So it's really just having a look at where you're spending your energy, where you want to spend your energy, okay? Where you would like to spend your energy. That's all it really is about, going for where you would prefer to be heading towards. Okay. Anyway, so this is for the next, up until the 21st of July. So this week should be quite a nice week for you to keep mulling through and doing what it is that you need to be doing, as in processing your next steps and or moving into it for some of you. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you next week on Monday. So before I fully go, I really go, is we'll be putting these up on YouTube. So, and it will just, in case you're wanting to go back and review it, save you scrolling through and trying to find it. So I'll put the link up on there a little bit later after I've loaded it up. And so you could just go back to it. So it would be awesome if you could leave some feedback on there for me. That would be cool. And also, if you want to, just subscribe to my channel as well. So then you'll get the notifications of when they're up. Okay? Anyway, so stay cool, stay calm. God bless you all. And I'll see you again next week.